Hello, Facebook friends, Radiohead friends. I just want to bring something out into the light about how things are kind of going with the situation. Anyways, make a long story short, I went to work for an unnamed local trucking company, and I worked there on a Monday and a Tuesday. I went to work there, and the boss told me that you're new, so you're not going to be driving the newest truck. I understand that, no problem. So they put me in this particular vehicle, and some of the other employees there told me that the vehicle was just raggedy, it's just old, and it's rough, and it shakes and shimmies and stuff like that. Well, after driving it for about a 10 or 11 hour day the first day, it was in major disrepair. The handling of the vehicle while it was loaded, and when it was loaded it was about 74,000 pounds. It was uncontrollable on the highway. It was not safe. It took a lot to keep it under control at any type of a normal speed, and but I drove it anyway. And the next day I was given an assignment in the same vehicle, and when I went to deliver my load, the vehicle acted as if it was going to tip over, possibly injure me, or possibly injure bystanders, other people on the job site. And these people on the job site also informed me that, yeah, that something's not right. Well, after about 3 hours of that day, I returned the vehicle to the job, and I informed the boss and the dispatcher that the vehicle is not safe. It's uncontrollable on the highway. It's not safe to deliver the load, dump the load, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't feel comfortable with driving it, that I may become injured, or a bystander or another motorist could become injured because of the handling characteristics of this vehicle. Well, at that time, I was told that we hire men around here. If you're not going to drive this vehicle, then go get in your car and leave, go home. So I basically got fired for refusing to drive an unsafe commercial motor vehicle on the highway, which could possibly injure myself, you, your family members, children, wives, cousins, relatives, or somebody I don't even know. So after leaving the job, I came home and I thought about it, and as a commercial motor vehicle operator and a Class A CDL holder, I have a certain responsibility that when I get issued a vehicle to drive, if I feel like it's not safe and it can injure me, other people on the highway, or bystanders around a job site, that it's my responsibility to inform my employer that this vehicle is not safe. And of course I got terminated for refusing to drive an unsafe piece of equipment. Now, I called a few people about this, and my intentions were not to receive any type of compensation, monetary, anything. When I made my phone calls to the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, the U.S. Department of Labor in Nashville, the reason I called them was not to receive any type of compensation, money. I just wanted to inform them that I was forced to drive an unsafe vehicle, a commercial motor vehicle, that could injure somebody, and I was terminated because of the refusal to operate the equipment. Well, at that time, I spoke with a gentleman there, and he asked me, well, what do you want? Most people call and they want money. or compensation. I said, sir, I'm not calling about money. Your job is to investigate this type of activity, and you know, whatever happens, happens, but that's what you're in place for. I said, I don't want any money. They said, well, no, most people don't call about that. They want some kind of money. I said, well, I'm telling you again that I just want you to investigate this situation so others will be safe in the whole environment involved with this commercial motor vehicle. Well, he kept on and kept on, and he said, well, I can call them and, you know, tell them what you've stated me and this and that and the other, and see if I, you know, if I can get you something for it. And I'm like, sir, you don't understand. This is not about money. I don't want money. I want you to do your job and protect people's lives. Again, he insisted that I get something for this. I said, well, you just do what you're going to do. I said, if you don't care about other people's lives, I mean, you're in place as a, you know, a government official for the state, Osha, to make sure that, you know, people don't get hurt or injured or killed, you know, or anything like that. So he calls me back the next day and he said, well, I spoke with this unnamed gentleman at this unnamed company, and he said that he has agreed to pay you $500 and we'll drop the case. Dear Mr. Walters, this letter acknowledges the receipt of your complaint of retaliation under the whistleblower provisions of the Surface Transportation Assistance Act, blase, blase, blah. Prior to formal notification being made to the parties, a settlement was reached. Enclosed for your records is a copy of the approved settlement signed by yourself and the agency. Also enclosed is a check number, blah, 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 for the amount of $461.75. In accordance with the provisions of the agreement. So, excuse me, instead of the department, OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, investigating these people and keeping you, your family, me, or other future employees safe from injury or death, they paid me off. They paid me off to shut up and to stop any investigation. So OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, instead of going and investigating this situation, stopping a hazardous environment, I got paid off to be quiet. Just stop talking about it and be quiet. He also informed me, do not say anything about this company on my radio. You know, don't tell people to watch out for this company because you can be injured or hurt or whatever, you know, killed. They just paid me off to shut up and stop the whole thing. So that's the world we're living in now, folks. It's all about money. It works the same way in divorce court, child custody, child support. It's all about money. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your life, especially the people put in place to do the job, to make sure that you don't become injured or killed. They just want money. Move some money around and shut these people up. And I just want to put that out there. Just let you know what's going on. So when you're on the road, you're around big trucks and stuff like that, you better watch out for number one. Because nobody cares about you or your family, or your friends, or your relatives, or even people you don't know. Top Gun 1, 2, 3. You guys have a great day. I think this is some real stuff. And feel free to share this. Have a good afternoon.